fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is my Drift IS300, and this is my tow rig to tow this car to the track, and here's everything I built on it. So this right here is a 2002 Toyota Sequoia that is rear-wheel drive. Before I had a four-wheel drive one, but that one got totaled, and so we picked up a new one, and I realized, you know, I'm only going to use it for towing, so rear-wheel drive is a better option. And you can see I've done a little bit of mods to it. In the fronts we have the clear headlights, makes it look way more modern. And if you look at the suspension, we have a 2-inch spacer lift right there. We have new Bilstein shocks, and pretty much that is it for suspension. So the car is supposedly leveled. Still a lot more things I need to do to it, but this is going to act as my tow rig for my IS300 to take it to the track. And I built it so that way it's a lot more convenient when you're carrying a whole bunch of stuff. And here's everything I put together right here. So I picked this up with the intentions of towing this thing, and we want to build an off-road inspired car where it can, you know, hold a bunch of stuff, but mainly hold stuff to go drifting. So you can see we have, you know, spare tires, we have a cooler because we're at the track. It does get hot, just people get thirsty, got drinks in here, got food. We're not going drifting for another few weeks, but I want to show you my, you know, kind of phase one of everything that we've done to it. So this is a wood system that we built. We did Raptor line it. It's a little bit dirty and dusty, but it's pretty durable. Like, when you scratch it, it doesn't really come off, so it stays on pretty good. It is 2 drawers, and it has a lock that we built in, so that way if we're ever away from the drawers that you can't really open this, it locks in pretty good. You have to break this open to even get through it. And it has a locking drawer system, so we have 2 drawers. There we go. Over here we got tools, pretty much everything you need to take apart the car. It's not fully complete. There's some few things that we're missing in here, but this is just kind of a mock-up to see what I can fit. But I got in here, I need to combine some tools, but for the most part, most of the tools are going to be sitting in here, and we're going to make it look nicer, but nice and smooth. And this is just miscellaneous stuff for the track. We got neck braces, napkins, some gloves, just stuff that you know, I've been storing for now, but will definitely change once we start going to the track more. For the top right here, we got enough room to hold 2 spares. I wanted to make sure that we can hold 2 17-inch tires from the seat back, and I still want full functionality of the rear seats, so we can have stacked 1, 2, and 1, 2. So if we stack this one up like this, have 4 tires right here ready to go, stacked up. I do want to put like a D-ring, so if we're, you know, if we're driving fast or if we're taking sharp turns, that these things don't move around. This makes it pretty grippy, so it doesn't really move around, but you know, safety first. Plus with this thing right here, it is going to move. Next thing is this compartment right here where we're going to mount an air compressor in here. For now it's just a portable one, but this is meant to pump up to like 32 or 33-inch tires, so it works really well, especially for drift cars. So when you're at the track, you can just grab this, but you know, you need to fill up your tires. Some people run, you know, high PSI, some people run low PSI, and the tracks don't normally carry air compressors for you to use. So the tracks barely even have tire service sometimes. Thunderhill has tire service, Noma doesn't, so depending on where you're at, you won't get tire service. And so having an air compressor with you at all times, super convenient. So I can just grab this, plug it in, and it'll reach to my front tires right here. And if I need to do the rear, I can just swap the car around at the track. It's super serviceable. Reach on this side if I need to. Actually, might not reach, but I actually have a different one that's even better. It even looks nicer, but, and also we can take this out too. It's not mounted in there, so but definitely nice to have to service, pump the car, even pump this car if anything happens on the way to the track. So this car just has all the tools and things ready to go. So you might be wondering where the jack is, jack stand, all that stuff. So we built another compartment. Move the stuff out of the way. There's another storage right here. So this is pretty big storage. It's about 8 or 10 inches in height. So we can store a lot of things in here. Right now we have my smallest jack and the smallest jack stand just because that's all I had with me right now, and I want to use it for display purposes to show you guys you know, what we can store in this thing. Plenty of room in here. So if you look, it goes all the way back there. So I plan to have the jack in here, a bigger jack, jack stands all the way deep down in there. I'm going to have all the spare parts. So we're going to have the spare axles, spare inner and outer tie rod, spare control arms, anything that might break, so we'll just keep in there. And when you go to the track, it's just easy to store, because when you have spare parts in the back of a car, it's hard to put stuff on top. You know, if you just have axles and tools and stuff laying on the ground, where you're going to put this, you're going to have to like push it against it. So having all the non-squared stuff, awkward shaped stuff in a storage, and then having this flat surface to make everything neat and organized, super safe, super secure. And when you're traveling for longer track days where you might stay overnight, everything's locked up in here where you can't access it, you can't see it, so people won't break into your car. And if you guys don't know, this is my 2003 i300, my drift car. It's right now, it's a little bit beat up and dirty because I haven't drifted in a few months. It's been sitting for a while, so just quick tour. If you guys haven't seen it, it is fully caged for Sonoma spec, bucket seats. It has a W58 from a Supra because I blew the W55, stock engine, and pretty much suspension all built out. It's a little beat up because it had a sticker here, but then I got smacked at Sonoma Winter Jam. Car's dusty, LED taillights. Just a very simple, basic drift car to get me through the track days, have fun, reliable. I street drive this sometimes, but street driving is not the business. So having this thing to tow this is going to be much more convenient, being in a comfortable car, being in a bigger car where you can carry stuff, not worrying about if you're going to get home or not. And Sequoia has a third row, so you can see it doesn't have it no more, but this actually weighs less than the third row. I can carry it, I can lift it by myself if I need to, but this thing is going to stay in here pretty much its whole life. And yeah, it's pretty much the same weight as the rear seat, so you're not adding that much weight. Maybe all the tools you're adding in here and stuff is going to add up, but you know, it's not that much weight compared to what is already in here. All right, so the Sequoia, it's not the best car to tow. It does a job. It does a job good enough for me to get to the track. The track for me at most is about 2.5 hours. I haven't traveled long distance, but plenty of people tow with this engine. You know, the V8 4Runners, people tow a lot with that. The GX470s, the GX460s. The Sequoia, I like it because the wheelbase is a little bit longer. There's so much more storage for carrying stuff, and it's just a reliable car. These are the V8s that came in the Tundras, what they call the million-mile motor. So I'm not too worried. This car does have 200,000 miles, but that is honestly nothing for this car. It's kind of considered low miles compared to everybody on the internet. You know, it's still high miles. It's high miles, but Toyotas can handle it, no problem. This is just stage 1 of the tow rig build series. There's a bunch of other stuff coming soon. I just want to show you guys kind of part 1, as there's going to be a part 2, part 3, trying to get this car looking good now. Right now, I think it can handle, it can perform and tow just fine to the track, but now I want it to be even more reliable. Next part is going to be doing the lower ball joints, the upper ball joints, more suspensions and bags in the rear. So far, we only did the front suspension and the headlights. That is it since I got the car. Just because I'm unemployed, so it's hard to buy parts right now. But the next stage, we'll be doing the rear suspension, rear bags, ball joints in the front. Making sure this car is reliable as hell, so that way when I'm traveling long distances, I'm not worried about it. And having the tools with me, it gives me a peace of mind that I can fix the car on the go. I do plan to make this car look good, so we are going to get wheels, some nice wheels, some all-terrain tires. I'm not going to go that aggressive because it's not an off-road car. It might keep the stock size, maybe go up one size to a 265/75 or a 270/75, 275/70. I don't know. We're going to go, right now it's a 31, so we're going to go to a 32 inch. And that's kind of the goal, to make it look good, and then just add a little bit more styling parts like the wing in the back, because these cars look funny without a wing. But other than that, this car, it's going to be the daily, it's going to be reliable, and it's going to be simple. I don't want to keep modding it, which is the reason why I went with a rear-wheel drive. You don't got to worry about the axles, the drive shafts, the front drive shaft, the center diffs, because those are commonly known to leak on the Toyotas. So this is super simple, just a drive shaft and a transmission, automatic, that'll last forever. So just one more round walkthrough of both the setup. Soon you'll see this car on a trailer going to the track in about 2 or 3 weeks that I rented a track day for. But yeah, just the combo looks so good. Silver on gray. Yeah. I just put these headlights in yesterday and they just look so good to me. It just looks so cool. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are excited about this Sequoia and my i300. It's gonna be a good combo, it's gonna be fun, and can't wait to take it to the track. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.